Hello. I know I look a hot mess, but oh my goodness, I am doing a Bible study on the women of the Bible, and it's on Bathsheba, okay? But it's wild because, to be honest with you, the study focused more on David, like it highlighted David so much. A lot of people are familiar with the story of David and Bathsheba. He saw her, he coveted her, he took her to bed, and she was already married, and she got pregnant. And so David tried to cover up what he had done by sending her husband in to kind of go lay with her and make him think that maybe the baby was his. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't read the Bible, it's dramatic. It's full of drama. But so he does this, and the husband doesn't go because he's a soldier, and he was like, who am I to go lay with my wife when all these people are in the field? I'm trying to preface all of this to what I'm actually getting to. So anyway, David, has him killed to cover up his sin. Well, this displeases the Lord. Obviously, it's very sinful. All of it is. It's like very much like, I don't know. I'm thinking of like a county over that has like lots of drama and stuff. Anyway, regardless, no judgment, no judgment. Um, So anyway, so all of this happens, and the Lord sends Nathan to David. And Nathan says to David, he tells him this parable basically. And um, David's like, oh my goodness, because it's like this story where you would like feel a certain way. I'm not really sure about all of that. I can't really theologically pull all of that out. But anyway, as soon as David gets upset, Nathan's like, you have sinned. The Lord is not happy with you, and he is going to rise up against you, and he is going to kill your child. Period. Because the child was conceived in sin, yada, yada, yada. Okay? So David is just grief stricken, and immediately, well, he isn't, you know what? As soon as Nathan says it, I love this. As soon as Nathan says this, David's like, you're right. I did. I sinned. I mean, so, but even though he did, it wasn't like God just forgave all of it. But Nathan said, God is going to forgive you, but he's going to take this child from you. He's going to kill the child. And so the child gets sick. David is like beside himself. He's grieving. He's fasting. He's weeping. He's all of this, right? His servants are so concerned about him because he won't speak to anybody. He won't eat. He won't nothing. He's just like, he's beside himself because his child is dying, and he knows that, the Lord is going to take this child from him. And so, but this is what stuck out to me, okay? Stick with me because I'm going somewhere. This is what stuck out to me. I don't have the exact scripture, but it says that when the child dies, the servants are so scared to tell him that the child has died because they're afraid, they've seen him just be beside himself, and they're like, oh my God, what is he going to do now? I'm sure they're thinking, or is he going to kill himself? We can't tell him. But David sees them whispering, and he says, the child is dead, isn't he? And they're like, yes, he is dead. And so they're like, okay, what's he going to do? So David gets up, goes and takes a bath, puts some fresh clothes on, anoints his head, goes to the church, worships God, sits down, and has a meal. And the servants are like, what are you doing? And he was like, what do you mean? They're like, you've been like mourning this child, and now that he's gone, you're okay with it? And he was like, but what did he say? Hold on. David said, he is dead. Should I continue to fast when I can't bring him back? Oh, that sat with me so much. And the reason why it did is because I lost a child. Um, we had a daughter back in 2018. And if you're watching this and you know about this, I, then you know about this. But we did. We lost a daughter back in 2018. Um, she was born with trisomy 18. And that's a whole story unto itself. But basically, for 6 days, she lived on this earth. Whew, y'all. Whew. And that just hit me because on the seventh day, yeah, I had to get up and I had to wash my face and I had to put clothes on and I had to eat because I had kids and stuff. But the enemy will convince you, this world and I hate to say this, but the people of this world will convince you that you should stay in mourning and that you should fast the loss of people. And it says right here, like God illustrated right here in his word, the perfect testimony to why you should go on with your life. You should worship the Lord. You should do things to bring joy into your life. You're not supposed to sit in mourning, y'all. That's not what you're supposed to do. And I got it so twisted because I hadn't fully surrendered my life to the Lord, um, when we lost her. And so when you have a foot in the world and when you aren't fully surrendered to the Lord, you will take up the ways of this world. But I just wanted to come on here. I don't know who this is for, but if you've been sitting in grief and you've been sitting in mourning, I mean, there's nothing wrong with missing that person because, I miss my daughter. I miss her. And so does, I have a daughter that's still alive and she misses her. But we are not meant to sit in that and just grieve for the rest of our lives because of it. We're supposed to go on with our life and live for the joy that God brings us. I hope this blessed y'all.